All right, how we looking over here? Looking all right, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the first podcast. I don't have a name for this thing yet, but we might sometime soon. All right, so basically, just came to talk about any and everything. So this weekend, man, I had just gotten back from Chicago last week, and I got to go see the Wrigley Field and Cubs play in the Padres. They played the Padres. Got to see Wrigley Field was just the coolest thing ever. Okay, so brought some people over there, and we got to see. It's like walking back in time, you know. It's like you're back in the 1930s. Like all these big old buildings are side by side, and the people over there are crazy, man. They had the bleachers that were put on top of these uh, apartment buildings behind the fields. So anybody and everybody was there. These fans were wild. They were crazy. I'm an LSU fan, and just seeing all these guys go nuts about this baseball team was something else. But yeah, so I guess basically this podcast just going to be like what I do, what happens, some recent events, funny stuff like that, things coming up. A couple things that I do, like I do music on the side, I make TikTok videos, stuff like that. So we're just going to try to be entertaining. I don't know how that's going to happen. This is my first time using this stream setup, studio setup. I got I got this microphone and this camera for like Christmas, and this is the first time I ever gotten to use it. That was like 2 years ago or something. But it is Sunday. We got stuff to do today. I'm gonna be frying some shrimp today, cooking a little bit, watching some football, getting back to work. So anyways, yeah. So let's get into it. My name's Connor James, and try to be entertaining with you. So, got back from Chicago. Chicago was awesome. I tried out some restaurants, deep dish pizza, Lou Malnati's, ridiculous. It was so good. Deep dish is, I will say, I'd rather a regular pizza over the deep dish. Deep dish is kind of like just a big meat cake. I didn't even know what to do with this thing. I like my pizza crust to be thin and crispy, but I had to try it out, and I'm glad I did. It was just like I said, it's like a big meat cake. It's like a big shepherd's pie or something. But nonetheless, it was very good. Then I got to try Bavette's, highly recommended steakhouse. It was pretty expensive. I had the steak with like macaroni as a side, the bread, and then like a couple drinks. And it was like $200. But best steak I've ever had in my life. And I think I went to another Italian place, which was okay. And Chicago really surprised me. It was very clean city. I obviously didn't go into the bad areas, but I went about 4 or 5 miles into on the strip alongside the Lake Michigan, and it was a nice city. Can't complain. Not many homeless people. The buildings and the structures were awesome. I got to flick the bean over there. Got to see so many things, and that was one of my favorite cities I've been to. I went to Long Beach the week before, and Long Beach, man, kind of disappointing. I didn't like Long Beach. It was kind of nasty. And then I only drove to Los Angeles because of the airport, but I was in Long Beach for like a week, 3 or 4 days, and it was nasty. They had some cool sites, I guess, deeper into closer to Huntington Beach, but I'm not even going to say Huntington Beach. It's called like PCH or something. It was going that way, but that was pretty. PCH, I think that's what it's called. That was pretty. And the food was all right. I didn't try any of the food trucks, but I had a place 555 Steaks. That place was pretty good, but it was like dumb expensive for just being over there. I feel like I'm trying to speed run through this, but definitely not. Got my Baton Rouge Rougarou jersey on, my shirt. Like I said, I do some music. I sang the anthem over there a couple of times, and I love baseball. Played college baseball in a little D3 school, Belhaven and Louisiana College. When I went to Belhaven, my truck got broken into my third day being over there. And it was my dream to play college baseball. And we had our first baseball meeting. And I was talking to a guy who was on my team. His name was T-Pain, real name. And black guy, of course. But we was walking outside, going back to our truck. And I'm a freshman. He was like a junior or a senior. And we're just walking outside. He's shooting it with me. And I just look in my truck. Everybody's leaving, And then my truck pulls off, goes 90 miles an hour in the parking lot, takes off. And I'm like, oh, dang it, man. One of my friends are messing with me. And T-Pain looks at me and he goes, your truck just got jacked. And I'm like, what? He said, your truck's gone, bro. And anyways, I was like, what do I do, T-Pain? He's like, go tell coach. So I'm just a little freshman, a little 18-year-old freshman. Run inside and tell coach. And he's like, well, call the police, baby. What you want me to do about it? So I called the police. Jackson, Mississippi is a corrupt city. And anyways, my truck was gone, filed a police report. They're like, we didn't see anything. Usually this happens, and never get to see anything about, anything about it. Maybe it'll turn up. Maybe it'll be in a chop shop, and you'll never see it again. And I was like, man, this is my first time being in college. I don't want to leave now. It was a real downer, third day there. I don't have a car now. I'm stuck in this war-ridden city, Jackson, Mississippi. So I figured it out. I decided to stay, and I went through the whole season. I got another truck that my dad had given me, and everything was fine until I think my truck got broken into closer to Christmas break. But I learned not to keep anything in my vehicle. So I didn't keep anything in there, and then I heard my alarm going off, and it was one of these practices you don't really have to go to, but you should go. No coaches involved. And I heard an alarm going off at the stadium. And I'm like, you're paranoid after your truck gets broken into. So I heard the alarm going off, and I'm like, heart sank. I sprinted outside. And I parked next to the guy, and the security guy. He's in a golf cart. And I run out there. Sure enough, my lights are blinking, alarm going off. I sprint over there. I didn't have any keys in it or anything, or I didn't have anything in it. And I go to the security guy, and I said, man, did you see anything? My alarm's going off. Oh, no, I didn't see nothing. Nothing happened over here. I'm like, this is 30 yards from you. You didn't hear anything? Like I said, corrupt place. But anyways, nothing got stolen out of my truck because I didn't have anything to have stolen in it. They didn't break anything either. So I told my parents about that. Kept going on with it. Went to school. Got through the season without any other issues. We started having to park the cars inside a gate. Have extra security for what that's worth. Nothing. But I feel like I was the only one that got their trucks messed with. But if you had a Ford, those are the easiest things to break into. And anyways, I was like, all right, well, nothing else is going on. So went on with my life. And then we had our last home series at home. And I forget what team we were playing, maybe Sul Ross. And it was the first Friday night game. And one of my buddies came from out of town to come watch. And my parents were there. And end of the game went. And I said, hey, I'm going to ride with my buddy back to the hotel and come meet y'all, my parents. Everybody's going to meet at the hotel. They were like, oh, we got a case of beer for y'all. And y'all just come meet us over at the hotel. I said, okay, I'll ride with him. So I went and hopped in his truck, across the parking lot. And they call me. Well, they go walk to their truck, and they call me, and they say, Connor, can't find your dad's truck. I'm like, you're joking. What do you mean? Can't find your dad's truck. It's not here. And they parked right next to the field. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's gone. And my dad, knowing him, he left his keys in the truck because where I'm from, that's not an issue. You could leave your house unlocked for a month and nothing would happen to it. But that's not where we're living now. It's not where we're at now. We're in Jackson, Mississippi, the corrupt neighborhood. And, this place is in Flowood. It's not, it's like pretty much Jackson, but Flowood, it's at the Smith Wills Stadium. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, anyways, they're cussing out the security guard who was right there. And like he's going to do anything, anyways, The security guards at Belhaven have flashlights. So they're not stopping anything. But, anyways, I was like, that made my mind up. I'm not coming back over here. So, filed that out with the cops and the school. Anyways, after the end of the year, I was like, man, I'll figure something out. Told my coaches I wasn't going back. And they were like, well, why not? And I'm like, what do you mean, why not? This place is not safe. So anyways, I transferred to BRCC and then ended up finishing my last 3 years at Louisiana College, and that's where I played. And you're not going to run into any issues like that at Louisiana College because it's basically just the woods and a bunch of good old boys with guns and stuff like that. Ride four wheels, go shoot shotguns and duck hunting before practice, But anyways, that was my college experience for Belhaven. Pretty interesting. I did have a lot of great friends over there. Another thing that happened is one of the people I went to school with at Belhaven, it was a girl that she transferred as well to Louisiana College. She got robbed at gunpoint at the gas station. They stole her car and burnt it in a field or something the same day. And I was like, this place, I mean, it's Iraq over there. It's Afghanistan. Not a good place to be at. So if you're thinking about going to Belhaven, go for it. Just kidding. Do whatever you want. But there's a lot safer places to go than that place. Not talking bad about it. I love all them guys and the coaches over there. But the city, not a fan. Go stay in Madison, Mississippi instead. But other than that, I am trying this thing out. I've been trying to put out some different content. I got some cool things going, man. I've been traveling a good bit. Like this year, I've traveled so much this year. I got to go to the College World Series, and that was so cool. Saw LSU play. Met great people over there. I've been playing a lot of golf at a lot of different places. We went to Orlando this year for a lot of things for work. Got to play different golf courses over there. Went to Virginia Beach, and Virginia Beach was pretty cool. They were doing their runs with the jets. There's a air base that's right next to there's an air base right there, and it's getting towards the end of the year, and the guys man, whenever you get there, all you hear is these nonstop all day thunder, and I'm like, where are these planes at? And turns out one of the bartenders, he's got like a general contractor that was at the hotel we were sitting at before we went out to eat. And he said, yeah, man, they're doing their fuel dumps or whatever. If they don't spend X amount of money in their budget, then they're going to get cut from the budget. So these guys are just flying jets all day to burn fuel, fuel up, burn fuel, touch and goes, they call them. And I was like, well, it's pretty cool to see, You just have F-16s and F-22s flying nonstop, touch and go. They're like 200 yards in the air or something like that. They were right there, and they are so loud. But at Virginia Beach, I've been to Myrtle Beach before, and it was kind of giving off the same type of vibe, same thing. And Virginia Beach was just like, it was okay. They had like Hurricane Aaron or something off the coast, so it was overcast and misting the whole time. But they had some good restaurants. I had posted like where we went and ate at Steinelber's and got roasted for how I said that because they were like, "Oh, listen." Anyways, they call it short for Steiny's, and that was a great place, but a lot of complaints. Then we went to this other steak place that people were recommending, but man, it was right next to like a Motel 6. It was insanely overpriced for what you got. It was like you're sitting at a Texas Roadhouse for a $80 steak, and they didn't even season the steak. Like I season my steaks with salt, pepper, and garlic. Sometimes other stuff, but basically that they didn't put anything on it. They just cooked the meat, gave it to you, big old slab. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'll get the. I think I ordered a regular 12-ounce steak ribeye. And they're like, oh, we don't have that. All we have is a 16-ounce bone in, which is an extra $30, you know. I was like, okay, well, give me that. And it's like, I mean, I had to put salt on the steak. But yeah, Virginia Beach was just very middle of the road, I would say. It was like Myrtle Beach, you know. It was kind of trashy. I hate to say that. It was not trashy, but it's kind of like, all right, you're here. It's like I don't know, not a place I'd go back again. I guess I'll stick with my trashy. It had a trashy vibe to it, but it was all right. It was a lot better than 95-degree weather in Louisiana. It was like 65 over there, overcast. Had to have a jacket actually, you know, in August, September. But it was cool. It was cool to travel. We flew into the Charlotte airport, and that place is just a mess. And I would not. That's the first time I've been to the Charlotte airport, and it was terrible. But let's see. Other than that, this summer, went to the beach a couple times. Beach is always fun. Played in some golf tournaments. Had a. I don't know if you've ever had like a heat stroke before, but we went and played at this Kiva Dunes place in Gulf Shores. Nice, nice golf course. It's like $200 to go golf there. And man, we had been drinking every day, but it was so hot, and I had gotten sunburnt like 3 days in a row. And whenever it was the last day before we leave, we were going and golfing, and we went at like 9 in the morning, which wasn't bad. But then we got out there, and the sun was just hot. I mean, I think we didn't have any water. We were sunburnt. And I mean, that was the first time. Oh, I've had a heat stroke before type thing. And then I was sitting out there. We got the whole like 8, and man, I was just struggling. I was sipping water the whole time, just feeling bad. And then we got to 9. I was like, guys, I don't think I can't go. I'm like, and I'm not, I usually could push through it, but this was like, I need to pour water on my neck or I'm going to die out here. And hole 9, usually the turn is right there at the clubhouse, but this one was not. This was like, you're on hole 9, you're out there. It just keeps going until you wrap around to 18. And I said, oh man, if we go any further, I'm not going to make it. So I got in the golf cart, and I went straight to the clubhouse, and then I fell apart from there. I started having the shakes. I couldn't cool down. My heart was beating fast. I was telling people like, hey, I don't think I'm okay. I was getting weak. My arms started tingling. Something was going on, and it wasn't good. But the nice people over there at Kiva Dunes were trying to keep me safe. I was pounding Powerades and waters, and had the towel on my neck, and I drank like 2 or 3 liquid IVs. And there were some sheriffs there, and they had called them over for me to come talk to me. And I was like, guys, have you seen this before? Is everything going okay? And they're like, well, you seem fine. You're talking to us. You're not disoriented. And I was like, no, but I don't feel right. And they're like, we can call an ambulance. I'm like, well, I don't want to go to the hospital if you think I'm going to be okay. And they're like, well, we're not doctors. We don't know. I'm like, you're right. And it was like the hardest decision I made. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to be okay. I just need to breathe 1 minute at a time. Deep breaths, cool down, drink your water. And when I tell you I was uncontrollably shaking in my seat for 2 hours while they finished the back nine, 2 hours I was shaking. I was shaking so bad that my shoulders were sore the next day. And I went to the urgent care to go get, try to go get an IV shot or IV, and they wouldn't even let me. Like I had been drinking waters, electrolytes. They tested my pee and everything, and they were like, "You're hydrated. You don't need an IV." I'm like, "I'm telling you, I need an IV." My arms were still tingling after a whole day. I couldn't sleep, and they're like, "Oh well, we're not. If you want an IV, you got to go to the emergency room." And this is after being there for an hour and a half. I'm like, "I'm not going to the emergency room," and said, "You know what? We're going home today." So we cut the trip short by a day, and anyways, it was a good trip. I want to go back to Kiva Dunes and play there again. But it was fun. So another thing that happened this weekend, went to up there in North Louisiana, and went to go watch LC play their little fall scrimmage. And summer baseball, they're playing some little JUCO out of Arkansas. But we saw that Mark Sanchez got stabbed. Mark Sanchez used to be the Jets quarterback. And it said stabbed at 12:30 in the morning. And I texted my friends and said, 12:30 in the morning? What is this 40-year-old man doing at 1 in the morning? You know, that was a red flag for me. And he's in critical condition. And I'm like, man, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. But my friends were defending him. I'm like, okay, well, he's supposed to call the game this weekend, but he probably was just flying in. I'm like, oh yeah, I bet that's what he was doing. And then the second report came out and it said, Mark Sanchez arrested, attacked Uber driver. Uber driver defends himself, stabs Mark Sanchez. And I bet you Mark Sanchez is a large person. You know, he's an NFL player. He's probably 6'4" or something like that. But yeah, it was right. Up to no good. Just drunk in the back of an Uber. Attack your Uber driver. Nothing good happens after 12 o'clock, mama. You know. But I am just trying this out, seeing how it's going. I want to have some, probably have some people come on this. I hooked my camera and the mic straight up to the laptop, and it's working fine. Very surprising to me. But also using this, it's called Riverside FM Studio. But I got some cool videos I have planned out. Made a buddy at the College World Series. LSU baseball player, Helmers. And we're going to do something together soon. He started his own brand, Louisiana Loaded. And you go check that out if you haven't seen it before. He does a lot of food reviews. He cooks food, does cool stuff, travels. You know, that's kind of the same road I'm trying to do as well. I'm just trying to record and get some cool content out of the stuff I go out and do. So I got to travel a good bit for work recently, and it's been fun. But I love cooking. I love doing the food reviews and trying stuff out. I love going to see new places, baseball and everything. Like, every time I go to a city and there's like a baseball stadium close by, like a minor leagues or a major league field, I'm going to go try and go see that because that's my thing. I love baseball. Like, we were in Corpus Christi, and I got to see the Corpus Christi Hooks play. I think that's a Rangers organization. That was awesome. I've been to so many minor league stadiums like Pensacola, Wahoo. See if I can name them. Pensacola Wahoos, Myrtle Beach Pelicans, Montgomery, Birmingham Barons. I went to Frisco Rough Riders Field to watch LSU over there. Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Memphis Redbirds, Jackson, Mississippi, their team. What are they? I think they're the Braves, Mississippi Braves. I think they're still there. They might have left. I'm not sure. In Texas, been to a good bit over there. Been to Astros Stadium, you know. I've been to the Rangers Field, of course. And we got to play at San Angelo, but that's a college. It was a nice stadium, though. Yeah. So, big baseball fan. And I even like going to, like, you know, Baton Rouge, Rougarou. Go see those summer league, the TCL Collegiate League. Those are cool things to go see. And I wish I'm not blanking on these things right now, Wrigley Field. But I'd love to go, after going to Wrigley Field, I want to go see the Fenway. I got to go see Fenway Park. I got to go to a Yankees game. I got to go to the Dodgers Field. And it's just going to be so cool. So I got some cool things set up, ready to go. I didn't have anything to come on here and talk about today except an introduction type deal. So I'm going to I got even ideas. I mean, you know, I have people, there's some cool guys that I know that do all kinds of different things, like ex-veterans. I mean, not ex-veterans, but ex-military guys that are veterans that have done, like, raided Saddam Hussein's palace and stuff. Surgeons, political people, ex-baseball players that played in the majors or minor leagues, just all business people, entrepreneurs, stuff like that. Just to go get an idea, talk to them. Some country music artists, like played with some big guys before, and probably could get some of them on. Some ex-baseball players, like I said, coaches. I know some good bit of people, so I have some good ideas about what we can do, what I can do with this. So anyways, that's my introduction, and I don't have a name for this yet, but I will, and I'm going to get better at this. But I think it's good to talk, just put some stuff out there and try it out, man. You never know what you're going to be doing or meeting. So anyways, you guys have a great Sunday. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be in touch soon. Connor out.